I just wanted to make a quick video here, and this one's definitely not going to do it justice, as you know they often don't. But we're on the road between Tok and Chicken, Alaska, and just stopped for a break here on the side of the road. And this is beautiful. It's already just riding out of Tok. It started to change like right away. Look at this too. I don't know if over this hillside. Just some super thick white clouds right there on the horizon, just right at the where the horizon of the hill is. Straight through there in the middle, those are the whitest, thickest looking clouds it seems like I've ever seen. And they're over, there's a mountain range behind them there, and they're coming over the mountain there, I guess. And they're just so wild looking, you know, here in person. And that's too, as a car just went by, and that's only maybe like the second one since I've seen out here. Let's see. I left Tok probably about 3:40, and we're probably about 40 miles in or so of 50 some miles to Chicken. And like I said, I think that's only the second car that I've passed or that I've seen, you know, either way. It's just pretty wild. And like I was saying, leaving Tok, it just started getting into these hills pretty quick, and it's by no means, it's not like real mountainous like some of the stuff I've been seeing, you know, the big high snow-covered mountains. Although I do think I saw something with snow a few minutes ago off in the distance. It might be over there where those clouds were in that area. But either way, yeah, it's just kind of like these rolling hills, and with these big old thick white clouds, they're casting shadows across them. That is, I mean, I'm just in awe of this, the beauty of this. It just can't be explained or described. Just how unique and just how cool it is. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm so blessed to be here. But yeah, I spent the day, pretty much the whole day there in Tok. I met Mike. I met Mike at like 8 o'clock at the Sourdough Campground Cafe. Had sourdough pancake and reindeer sausage and a couple eggs and a few cups of coffee and all of that. Then I went to a local, I went to the visitor center first. I was in and out there pretty quick. Then I went to a gift shop, big old gift shop, built like a cabin, and this lady had real pretty flowers out in front of it. So it was just a nice environment. She had a couple benches on the porch where I sat and did some charging and made some phone calls. And also they had complimentary coffee, so I drank another big old cup of coffee that was quite good. And so that was nice. And but talk about meeting Mike, you know, and that breakfast. I had a good visit with Mike, man. He's, again, just seemed like just such a really cool guy, such a down-to-earth guy. Turns out he owns a roofing company, and he's got, I think it's one son and like 2 stepsons and some grandkids and all that, and lives in the San Antonio area, which he said yesterday, I guess, in the video. But it was really good to visit with Mike, and the dude was kind enough. He even treated me to breakfast, which he clearly, you know, he obviously didn't have to do, but that was just very kind of him. I really appreciate it. And, you know, again, we've exchanged information, and God willing, you know, it's crazy meeting him yesterday afternoon, and then, you know, again, just being with him this morning. You know, I think that's somebody that, God willing, I will keep in contact with the rest of my life. And, you know, again, even ride out to Texas sometime and do some riding with him. He had mentioned, you know, coming out to Texas and doing some riding with him. And brother, I would absolutely love to do that. It was a real pleasure, man. But then, yeah, like I said, so I sat there at that gift shop for a while and bought some stuff, and then I went back to Wolf Hawk is what it's called, Wolf Hawk, and it's the AlaskaGunshipping.com, and I called Jessica, and she showed up pretty quick, and I got my amigo sent off again, this time down to Great Falls, Montana. But I had another just another really good visit with Jessica. Again, just a nice woman, and I enjoyed her. You know, when I came into Tok the first time, we visited for quite a while and visited again today, and just good conversation. And so that was nice. Then after that, I went to the Tok post office, and I bought I got a free box. You know, they've got these boxes that you can, you know, just pack them full, and then they charge, I guess, by weight to send it. Tell you, kind of conscientious of bears here. Thought I should look around, especially after yesterday. I'll tell you that in a moment about a guy telling me about a bear situation up here, a local. But anyhow, so I've spent quite a bit of time out there in the parking lot of the post office, packing this box, got in my panniers, and I guess every bag that I'm carrying, I got something out of, and I packed that little box full of souvenirs and just some other stuff that I've been carrying that I just really don't need. And if I had more room in the box, I would have put more in there. But I sent off plenty though. It ended up costing me like $40, which it's money well spent though. It's just, you know what? Let me turn here. I notice I'm in the shadow. But money well spent. Lightened my load a little bit more room in my bags. That was nice. So I got that sent off, and then went back to Three Bears gas station and bought a couple things and charged my device, and finally got on the road. Like I said, about 3:40, and it's only, as I'd already said, you know, like 50 some miles to Chicken, and then you know, a little bit further up the Eagle. And I think, you know, Lord willing, that's probably about as far as I'll go today. When I first turned off of I guess it's Route 2 down there out of Tok onto, this is either 4 or 5, don't remember. But when I turned up here, I saw the sign for the Canadian border, and it's only like 100 miles, 109 miles over there. So, you know, again, God willing, probably fairly early tomorrow, I'll be leaving the great state of Alaska and riding back into the Yukon over towards Dawson City across the top of the world highway. All of which I'm looking forward to, all of which I've heard good things about. But again, even now, just heading up to Chicken, I'm looking forward to going to a town called Chicken. That ought to make a good t-shirt or you know, sticker for Zeke, something, if not both. So we'll see. But it's, might have already said, pretty chilly again today, but it's not raining, the sun's shining, and it is absolutely beautiful out here. So yeah, I guess, hey, you know, something I didn't mention about yesterday, another milestone, hit the big 13,000 miles on this trip. That was yesterday afternoon, so pretty neat. And let me think here before I shut it down. Somebody else, if I met somebody else. I mean, I talked to other people, of course, but yeah, I think for now, I think I'm good.